Hi there. Welcome to another episode on the Lux Conversations with your favorite girl, Ololade, where I talk about everything that I really want to talk about. Join me and, just enjoy. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2024. And I hope that you're as excited about this year as I am. I'm excited to just be in the new year, I guess. And I hope that you guys had a very restful break. If you did get any break, at least, I hope you had time to spend with your family and friends and, just enjoyed the season, Christmas, and all of that. And yes, I will tell myself welcome back because I took a very long and it was a very long break, right? Last time I was in this space was in October, and it's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. So welcome back to myself. Welcome. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be doing this again in this new year, and I'm not going anywhere, right? I'm not going anywhere. Whether planned or unplanned. I pin. I'm not going to grieve for anybody, not even myself, and whatever. I will just try as much as possible to be consistent because that's one thing that I'm always driving and pushing myself to be, and to achieve anything, just to be consistent. And I've come again, started again, in this new year. Anyways, so what one thing that I just wanted to talk about in this episode is just about the mindset to have, like, going into a new year. And I'm not really here to preach to you or tell you what to do, so you're not going to be thinking in your mind like, dollar day, no be you go tell me what I could do. I understand, right? But I'm just sharing with you how would I put it now? A disposition that I have decided to adopt, in this new year, like to have in my heart, in my consciousness, and how I intend to move and just be this year, right? And I think that would just be good to share in case someone wants to hear, in case someone wants to adopt the same mindset as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. So one thing I know is for a lot of us, we already have goals and goals that we would love to achieve before the end of this year. And I really hope that we would all do that, right? I hope that at the end of the year, all these things that we've written down and things that we're planning towards, that would now be living in them, will be our reality, at the end of the year. But then again, guys, like, this is not the first time that you're crossing into a new year. Talking to myself soon. This is not the first time I'm crossing into a new year, and this is me trying to be as honest as possible. There are some things that are on my list this year that were on my list last year. I can't even lie, right? There were some things I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do better with this year. I mean, I did some, but there were some that I did not do as well as I planned 2023 January. And right, and so that it just made sense for me this year, coming into this year now, to look for a better way to just approach things, basically. And so there's a book that I've been reading since, say, December, that just kind of now helped me put things in a better, like, it put setting goals for me and trying to achieve goals like in a better light, and I have like a better way to approach. At least I'm not done reading the book, but I think that's the beautiful thing about reading or about books in general. even in the process of you reading, you're learning and you're picking up things. So you can just imagine that when you're done with whatever book you're reading, I don't know, you would have a much more larger wealth of knowledge, right? Yes. So anyways, one thing that I learned, that I now decided, I'm not done with this book, it doesn't matter, I'm still going to, because I mean, I'm starting a new year and I already have goals written down like months before now, things that I want to do this year. So it just makes sense for me, right? When the author said you should focus on building systems rather than setting goals. And it just made so much sense. Like, oh, okay. And he went on and went to explain it about how doing little things over a long period of time would give you like you would attain. I don't know how to obviously I know how to explain it. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. So you'll be able to achieve something, right, when you decide to break it down into something that you would do repeatedly every time and consistently. Let me put it that way. So say, for example, one of your goals in this year is to say, let me do something simple, read more books, or even read books. Because if I'm saying read more books, that means you've been reading. Some of us have not even been reading because life has been lifing. So now you've decided that, but I need to take building my mental capacity. I want to take it much more seriously, and then you decide to read books this year. Okay, so it's a very beautiful thing to aspire to do. Can't even lie, especially with the fact that a lot of us are much busier with things that might not necessarily give you the time, to read books and indulge in books as much as you would love to. Okay, so if you decide to do that, how then do you plan to do it? Right? And I feel like this works with almost any other thing that you would decide that you want to do this year. It's not just enough to say, oh, I want to read more books, or I want to earn more, I want to get a better job, I want to get married, I want to lose weight. I'm thinking of many things. Oh, I want to pray more, I want to read my Bible more, I want to study the Bible more, and all of that. It's not just enough to say, like, it's beautiful that you're even putting that out, writing it down, because I think that there's something that writing out things does for you, right? It makes it much more, it puts it for you it puts it in your face. If that's a good way to put it, right? When you write down things, it does something for you. But then it's not just enough to write it down, it's not just enough to even say it all the time. How do you plan to do all of those things? And I feel like that's what really matters. And not just even how do you plan to do it, how about you break how you plan to do it into something that if not even every day, maybe say you do weekly. Okay, so what is that one thing that you will do weekly, or what is that one thing that you will do daily that would help you know that, oh, at the end of this year, because of this thing that I was doing daily, or because of this thing that I was doing weekly, this is what I was able to achieve, right? And me having that, because that's the current how would I put it now, that's how I'm thinking about it now currently. Like, yes, I want to do all of these things, right? And that's beautiful. But then what are those things that I would do every day? What is that routine that I would have every day that would help me know that, yes, at the end of this year, because of all of these things that I was able to do consistently, I was able to achieve these things that I wrote down at the start of the year. And that's where it comes to now, pushing yourself. That's another thing I plan to do. And I also understand that it might not always be the easiest thing to do, to decide to push yourself. But oh well. I'm even very glad I'm very glad that everybody has just been saying, I don't know, I just woke up on January 1st and everybody just kept saying no grief for anybody. And I agree. And to be honest, it even fits into my it fits into my plans for the year, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't even, and I saw a tweet where someone said, not even yourself, like, not grieving for anybody. It's not just outsiders or other people. Don't even grieve for yourself. Like, don't grieve for your bad habits. Don't grieve for your procrastination. Don't grieve for your uh for your lack of consistency. Like, this year should be that year where you just push yourself to be better, right? You like break out of your comfort zone, out of, like, do things that you would normally not do, right? Even very small, it doesn't even have to be something, because at the end of the day, right, the little things matter. So do something, do things that you know that you will normally not just do. Break out of your comfort zone. It could even be as little as, yes, I'm dragging myself here. Like, if you've been some of us have like social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, that you've just left dormant. Well, this could be that year. Just put out stuff more. It doesn't even have to be anything so serious, right? But you would also just do something for you, do something new, try, right? And with your plans, instead of focusing on, like, the things that the big goal that you've written down, focus more on how to be consistent with the little things that will help you achieve those goals that you've written down. Because at the end of the day, right, we would pray, we would work hard towards these things, but there are some habits, some habits that will just help you just do much more, and I think that one of it is consistency. So that's something that should, like, push through this year. You see, this year I'm going to be consistent. If I decide to do something, well, I'm going to be consistent with it. I'm going to be consistent at it, such that even on days when I don't feel like doing it, I'll still do it regardless. I'll stand up and do what I have to do, right? If I want to pray, for example, there's something that my pastor would always say, that you can't build a prayer life if you only pray when you want to. Same thing with how you will not be successful, or you will not be one of those people that will share big wins and all of that if you only do things when when it's convenient for you, or when you just feel like it. I mean, I'm speaking from experience, because I'm that guy. There's some days where I just have so much drive, and I'm doing 1 billion things at the same time, and I'm doing them, and I'm feeling myself. Well, there's some days where I'm just like, this life, I can't kill myself. But I think so that's because I've already now understood that, okay, this is how I am. I understand it. I'm not even arguing with myself, but like I said, I will not grieve anybody, not even myself. So I'm going to push myself. Even if I'll be squeezing my face while I'm at it, I'm going to do it anyways. Right. And another thing that might just help alongside with consistency, when it comes to consistency, that means I'm trying to look for a way to put it, but it's like the pigeon expression that is coming to my mind. But like, you're building your mind, you're strengthening your mind. Yes, when it comes to like consistently doing whatever it is that you need to do. Yes, you have to take it like that. You have to strong your mind. I'm gonna do it anyways. And another thing that would help alongside your consistency, at least something that I'm what's the word now, that I am exploring this year, is to have accountability partners. But it doesn't have to be one, it doesn't have to be two. Do what works for you, right? Do what works for you, because for some people they might need more than one accountability partner for maybe different things. Some people might just want one that would cover everything, but just be accountable to someone, such that on days when you mess up, you by yourself, in short, even if you decide to hide, like, let's be someone that you know that you really just don't want to fall this person's, and even if you want to fall your own selves, and maybe, I don't know, thinking like that might help. At least for me, I know it will help me, because can't even lie. It is well sharp, because I'm trying to work on that part of myself. And yeah, so let us know, our strengths. You need to know your strengths, your weaknesses, and the things that you need to just do better, right? And yeah, I believe that with all of those, right, with all of that, be consistent, have an accountability partner, figure out your strengths, figure out your weaknesses, and how to make, those weaknesses much better. I feel like with all those things in place, we will definitely do much more. We'll do big things this year. I'm really excited for this year. I can't even lie. I know I've said this a lot of times, but it's just the truth. It's just the honest truth, though. I'm really excited. So I really, really hope that we have a good year. Like you have a good year as well. I have a good year as well, and that when we're checking all our goals and when we're doing our reviews for the year, when the year is coming to an end, we'll actually see that we developed better habits this year that helped us do much better than before. All right. Thank you for listening up to this point. And in the spirit of being consistent, I will definitely be posting much more episodes than before in this year. So look out for that, and even getting people to come, because that's really one thing that I had in my mind when I started this podcast, and that's why it's even conversations, because the idea is to have people over in this space and we're talking about different topics, and we're just having conversations and learning and unlearning and just growing together. So thank you so much. Catch you on my next episode, and be good. Bye.